Mr. Polk.
Well, that was fast.
How's it going?
How you doing?
How are you, Mike?
Come on in.
Let me just throw down my little snow mat here.
No worries.
I understand you have heat that won't turn off.
Yeah, not a bad problem to have at this time of year.
No, not at all. Not at all. Let's see the boiler under the stairs.
So the boiler's doing fine. It's downstairs. It's nice and toasty, so this is working. It's making hot water. The shower upstairs is getting hot water. The thermostat down here is fine.
Okay.
It's the upstairs that won't shut off. So if I turn the thermostat down here off and on, it'll react upstairs.
So right now the only thermostat is on is none of them.
No, the thermostat that's on.
So
right
both
now-
thermostats are off?
No, this one's on.
Turn that one off, please.
Now this one's off.
Okay. So there's no resistance there, and there is. So now turn that one on and raise the temperature up. Yeah, there it goes. So that's your first floor zone valve. Okay, you can turn that back to where you want it to be.
Okay.
And watch that move.
Boiler.
Wait for it to go back. Turn it off then. There you go. Okay. So let's see your, oh, that's weird. That just turned off as well. Interesting. Turn that back on. What is the thermostat set to?
It's set to 72.
Interesting. And it's reading 72?
Well, it's not digital, so it's.
Oh,
It's,
all right, lower
it's
that a
old
little
school.
bit.
It's old school.
Okay, yeah, want to lower it a little bit?
Yep. I just put it on
There it goes.
66.
So interesting. So before, this second floor zone valve was open. And by you turning the thermostat on and off, close that zone valve. Let's go see the second floor thermostat.
Yep.
And you have the same thermostat downstairs too.
That's right, yeah.
Let's crank that up. All right, so now this is on. All right, turn that thermostat off, please. It could be a stuck zone valve, but see, there it goes. So it is now functioning properly. And I know that sounds disappointing, and it is, but,
But now, this thermostat is reading 64. So if I were to turn the heat on and crank it up, it should actually keep the boiler on to start.
yeah, so do that.
Turn it all the way up.
See, no resistance. Wait a second. Yeah, just turn the boiler on. So let me just make sure we're all on the same page. You had runaway heat on the second floor. And that's been going on 2 days before the blizzard that we just had the day before yesterday. Interesting. And you didn't touch anything other than we played the thermostat on the first floor, and now all of a sudden it's behaving normal. Well, the first floor is off right now, and the second floor, well, all the piping goes down. So this is, okay, so it's hot. This is domestic hot and cold water because there's a tankless coil on here. Right there's your tankless coil. You hear it? Okay. Well, let's give it a minute then. There's the first floor thermostat. This is an old school. The original, this is a newer Honeywell, not a T87. Like the one upstairs. This one doesn't use, oh, this one does use mercury. Look at that. Oops. Let me just take two. Here's a thermostat for the first floor. Honeywell T87. It's got that mercury in there. Looked like a Home Depot special for a second, but nope. See, we turn it off, and that lever moves back. I'm inclined that there's something else besides a zone valve issue here. All right, you want to turn it back on? See, there it goes. See, no resistance. All right, would you like a diagnosis? All right, so had a stuck zone valve. Now, it could happen again. Yeah. But I have this just like there's a small percent chance where something maybe is electrically the problem here, because when I got here, I did verify that the zone valve closest to us, which is labeled number 2, had no resistance in the lever, which means it's open. And then we turned that one on or off, and then all of a sudden the zone valve number 2 closed. And now we know that it's controlled by the thermostat upstairs because you open and close it many times and it's working perfectly. So it could have just been a stuck zone valve, but I'm leaning towards maybe somehow, some way they got mixed up together. But no, I just think it was a stuck zone valve. And as much as I hate to say, like, let's wait and see it happen again, you know, I'm leaning towards recommending that right now and seeing if it ever reoccurs, or preventatively replace the zone valve. But your call. I'm more inclined to tell you to wait. And I know today is just a waste of time, a waste of money, but maybe sign up for a service plan. That way, it's gonna come back as cheaper. Yeah. But turn it on. Let's, you know, you're paying for the first 15 minutes. Let me at least give that to you. A few more minutes, turn it on off a few more times. And so that thermostat was off when I got here? Yeah. Okay, so let's turn back on the first floor thermostat. Yeah. Heat, crank that up. And, okay. Click. Come on. There's the click. And now let's turn off the first. Now the thermostat was off. The lever for heat to cool was off? It was off. Okay, so put that back to off. And let's see. Hopefully, we'll see that move once he turns it off. Let's see. There it goes. Yeah. Okay. Feed down, feed up.
See, and then maybe it's because that's why the boiler's not sending.
Well, let's see. The temperature of the boiler is. I can't see. I need my glasses, which I have in my head. Yeah, it's 180 degrees. Yeah. So the boiler's at temperature. The zone valve is open. Right? And let's just wait and see. Yeah. So the pipes upstairs are cold. Right, the baseboard?
No, the pipes upstairs are actually warm.
Okay. So that's hot.
But the thermostat is reading 64.
Gotcha. Okay. Right now the zone is open. Yeah. The boiler's not on. The circulator is also not on. All right, so now let's take off the zone valve cover, the end switch. See if I can see the end switch. No, I can't. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna duplicate the end switch. Bad end switch. There you go. So I duplicated the lever being hitting the button. Yep. And it turned on the boiler. Yep. And hence the circulator should power. So you have a bad zone valve. Okay. So there are two types of zone valves for these Honeywells. One has 4 screws and one has 2. This one has 2, so we can easily change it without shutting down the boiler.
Wifey and I will probably be looking to move this summer, so we probably won't avail ourselves of
Okay.
the maintenance plan.
Oh, good.
My daughters are going to be out of college pretty soon.
So right there is that end switch. Here.
But we were able to make it 20 years on this boiler.
Push it in, turn it on. This boiler is manufactured by Slant. Slant was a Long Island manufacturer of hydronic heating boilers. As their second form of income, primarily they designed baseboard, and they manufactured baseboard in Greenvale, Nassau County, just off of Northern Boulevard. But they got wiped out in COVID.
Lived in Long Beach, and he got practically nothing.
Yeah, Hurricane Sandy screwed a lot of people.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people. And what I found was that the ones that had flood insurance got screwed, and the ones that didn't got all the money.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Insane.
That's how it worked out.
Literally insane.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's put this. Okay.
The house behind us was damaged in Sandy, and it was a zombie house.
Right behind you here?
Right behind us, it was a zombie house during Sandy. Chase was trying to sell it for $700 grand. It got damaged during Sandy, mold infestation in the basement, and I found out because Chase then handed it off to an independent realtor.
Let's clean up this. So here's the new zone valve. Here's the old one. We'll focus on the 2 reds, which is the end switch, goes to blue and green, which then goes to here. There's blue and green. So this is our boiler end switch, the white and the red. So let's cut that out. It just clicked on because we made continuity. So this is end switch connection. That goes there, and if we go like that, it turns the boiler on. So let's use one of these Wago lever connectors on there. There's the other. Now, we had the blue and green going here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to just cut those out for right now. And these 2 are going to go to the other 2, which are going to go here. So let's just try to clean this up a little bit. Lipstick on a pig. Okay, now cut here and there. So let me guess, going to Florida?
We haven't decided yet. We've got the Carolinas.
Oh, okay. A little open to.
I mean, we're definitely going. We've got Colorado.
Oh, very nice. Are you a skier?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, but like the Denver area. We've got friends in like Aurora.
Okay.
Area around the Denver suburbs.
Very nice.
We've got family out there too, and then we've got family down in like the Greensboro.
So you got grandkids?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okie dokie.
We've got a while for that.
Okay.
Our daughter's 20, so she.
Yeah, you got a little bit of time. No rush with that then.
Time for that, yeah.
Okay, and now we have the 2 yellows. Red and the white. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
He actually, his mom used to live out in Iceland, so he finally got her to move out of there, and now she's living close to him in the Aurora area, so she's grateful that she's no longer out there.
And the white. And that's that. The red is there. The red goes to there. So 1, 2, 3. All right, turning it back on and perfect. Let's see, make contact with the end switch. And then, oh, there we go. All right, back off again. Okay. One more time. Okay. Sometimes you got to change the body too. There you go. All right, let's try 3 times the charm. Turn it off again. Okay. And let's wait like 30 seconds and then we'll turn it back on. And to think I was just about to leave, but I'm like, let's try this one more time. And that's how you do your due diligence. Go the extra mile, give them their value. Guys, on Monday, March 9th, 2026, ACiQ will be hosting me at the Troll Pub in Dayton, Ohio for an exclusive meet and greet. If you live in the Dayton, Ohio area, come on down Monday night, March 9th, 2026, starting at 6:30 till close. It's going to be awesome. Really, really awesome. Looking forward to meeting you all there. But more importantly, on my birthday, Tuesday, March 10th, 2026, starting at 2 p.m., I will be live streaming direct from the global headquarters of ACiQ in Dayton, Ohio. If you're an HVAC installing contractor or a dealer, licensed and insured only, this is an opportunity that you're going to want to tune in. There's absolutely no cost or obligation. Learn how to become a dealer and offer private label equipment to your clients. You owe it to yourself and to your clients to tune in for this free event. Live Q&A, amazing giveaways, and once-in-a-lifetime opportunities to learn more about the brand. You're not going to want to miss it. Get to the next one. Be well, God bless, stay safe.